Hey everybody, how you doing? Happy Monday, or happy Monday afternoon, or Monday evening probably by this time you see this. So this is not going to be a benchmark test because I'm trying out something for the first time, something I received in the mail recently. It's a Gillette Super Adjustable. So it's a Super 109, date code 03. So that means it was made in the third quarter of 1969, which happens to be my birth quarter. It's actually in pretty decent shape. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. But it's nice and clean. It's already loaded with a fresh Astra Superior Platinum blade. I've got it set on setting 1 to start because, I don't know, my skin's pretty sensitive and I'm scared to go any higher than that. And then I just lock down, after closing the doors, and you give it another quarter turn and it should lock down the head. And then I'm also going to be using, now, because I didn't really want to use the Nivea gel again today, I decided to go with Taiga by Barrister Mann. So this is a really nice soap. It's got a very foresty scent. So I'm gonna brush that on. Now I've had about a half teaspoon of that soaking in some water, and the brush tip was actually soaking in. The brush tips for the synthetic brush were actually already soaking in some of that water as well. I poured it out earlier. So now I'm just going to load this brush from this little container. So I'm not lathering, I'm just loading. Okay, and I have a little bit more of that water from the initial bloom saved up. That's what I'm going to be dipping the tips of the brush into if I need more water. I'm going to quickly just gonna wet my face with cold water and brush this on. It's very wet, right? Whoa, I didn't, that might have been a tactical mistake. It's dripping a lot of water out. Probably a lot more water than this soap can handle. Let's see if I can make a lather. I've heard Barrister Mann Omnibus base can handle a lot of water, so this is a good test. Can I get a lather from that? You saw all the water dripping out of it. It's my first time trying to do it that way. Holy cow. So that started out really, really wet. That soap was soaking for a long time. It took me longer. Like I set it up, I was gonna take a shower and I was gonna get started with the video. And then I got delayed. Wow, that actually doesn't look that bad. Like down here, it's a little weird looking, but tell you what, I'm gonna try shaving with that. It'll be a good experiment. If anything, I can say it's a really well hydrated lather. All right, so here goes with the Super 109. I hope this doesn't kill me. There it goes. I'm being super careful. This Taiga smells fantastic. It's a very, like, it doesn't smell like forest. What it smells like is you were in the forest. Let's say, well, geez, I wonder if that's, I don't know where that's coming from. Anyway, so once I took some wilderness survival training once. And the deal was you had to make your own shelter. And one of the things you do when you make your own shelter is you need to get up off the ground. So you end up cutting a lot of boughs off of like whatever trees are available. Hopefully it's evergreen, that works best. So like pine, spruce, fir, whatever's there. So Taiga smells just like fresh cut evergreen boughs. So you don't get all the smells of the forest. You just get the smell of like fresh cut boughs. See, no, I don't want to do it that way. That's not how I do this. Well, down here I do. So I cleaned this razor really well when I received it, using the old hot water and dish soap trick. Did that a few times. Got in there with a toothbrush, really went after it. Rinsed it in hot water a few times, then used some sterilizing spray that we have in the house. Did that a couple times. I don't know if you can hear the dog barking. I don't know exactly why she's barking. Okay. I'm distracted. I totally forgot to do that. So what I can say is this razor on setting 1 is actually pretty comfortable. And it seems to be doing a pretty good job. Now, mind you, I only have 1 day of growth. I really like this soap. It's so it's in the Barrister Mann Omnibus base, which is an excellent base. It's very creamy. Whoops. I'm all distracted because the dog barking and I'm forgetting what my usual pattern is. I know there are people out there with these razors that are probably thinking, how is this guy shaving on a setting 1? Because it's so mild, but it's kind of, my skin's sensitive. I'm afraid to go higher without trying the lowest settings first. Plus, I had read online that this was probably one of the most aggressive of the Gillette adjustables. Okay, so first pass complete. Doesn't look bad, not bad. So I'm just going to quickly run my hand around some water, not rinsing. Man, that is slick. That is super slick. So it's the end of the day and there's probably kids walking home or people pulling their cars in from work. So the dog is kind of going nuts a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try cranking this up to a 2 and see how it feels. I know a lot of people actually, when they do their shaves, they go to smaller blade gaps as they continue through the shave. But then there are other people that go to increasing blade gaps. And I'm not sure the logic there, but I'm going to try that since I'm already on a 1. You know what? I'm going to try going to a 3. All right, quarter turn taken. And that locks everything down. Okay, so now I'm going to re-lather. You know what? I really don't see, that's still really slick. I don't see any nicks or weepers, so. I dip just a little bit of water. Man, this is a beautiful soap. And actually, it's crazy that that lather actually worked out. Okay. All right. Hope I don't regret this. I'm going to setting 3. And I think this time I'm going to go like this. Okay, now I can actually feel blade a little bit. A little more than I like. So, especially this. Did I need to do that? I don't think I need to open it. Click down to 2, lock it back down. This is against the grain. This is against the grain. It seems like I'm going slower than usual because I really don't want to cut up my face. So on 2, I can just feel the blade. Okay, so I got a couple weepers along here. I knew I saw those spots earlier. I know it's cutting, I can feel it, but I don't hear it much. Okay. I'm gonna go straight up here. I'm trying not to pay so much attention to what the camera's doing anymore. Because when I reviewed some of the earlier videos, I found myself doing this a lot. When I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the mirror image. Because my cell phone is on a gimbal on a tripod, and it's mounted in front of the mirror. So I can look in the mirror from this angle and see what's going on. Anyway. Tell you one thing, I'm glad I didn't put that Allure Platinum blade in here. That would have shredded me. I mean, I like the Allure Platinums, but I find them to be. I like it in a mild razor. This right now on 2 for me is not mild. There's probably people out there laughing at that, but I can really feel everything. So the blade tabs do stick out a little bit. I just felt it on my nose. And I don't think it's much more than any of my other razors, but I wasn't ready for it. So where everything's dried here, obviously it's a little tacky, but if I just put a little water on it, it's super slick again. I'm not going to take another pass, so I'm not going to risk it. But I am going to clean this up. It's pretty easy to find an angle on this. I'm going to call that done. I'm not working from home tomorrow either, so it's not like I'm trying to impress anybody, but I really couldn't wait to try this thing out. So I really like that. Other than, you know, this, but I'll figure it out. Rinse. I have a feeling this video is not as tight as a couple of the other ones I've done in terms of, you know, like timing and just how together I am. I am a little distracted today. I'm thinking about, I got a problem, work problem I'm trying to figure out. No rinse. Because I want to do the alum bar. Or alum, yeah, alum stick. All right, so. Not much happening there. A little bit of tingling around my mouth. Not much happening here. So this is where I had a good sting the other day. So I should have been more careful there. So I am feeling some stinging here and here, which makes sense because those are the two spots of irritation. Everywhere else is basically just a little bit of tingling. It's not bad. Okay, so let's see what's left in the, so that was like a half, well, I could have done another pass. So that was about a half teaspoon of Taiga that was soaking in some, oh, that was something else different I tried today as well. That was actually quite a bit of lather. So that was something else different that I tried today, which was, instead of just using water from my tap, but here in Toronto, we have fairly hard water. So I tried using Brita water, or water that had been filtered in our Brita pitcher. And that seems to have worked really well. Yeah, that lathering was much easier than I'm used to. So that's a good tip. Like I've heard of people like going on YouTube, some people have suggested going to get what deionized or is it not deionized water? Anyway, but purified water, not mineral water, but just like the purified water. The word is escaping me. But Brita pitcher should do about the same thing, right? It's taking out the dissolved minerals. And that proved it. It was fine. That worked really well. Okay, so I'm going to rinse off the alum. Haha, I went down too low. They tried to follow me too low. So this gimbal is a DJI Osmo 3 mobile. I've had it for several years, it usually works pretty well. But occasionally, if you get too far out of its range, its tracking feature can get lost. So I'm going to put on the Boreal splash now. So I'm using a soap, a foresty soap from Barrister Mann, and I'm using a foresty splash from Tallow+Steel. Now, this splash, I had said in another video, that is not a nice smell. I can smell forest, but what this smells like is, I'm dripping. This smells to me like somebody made forest kimchi. Yeah, I dripped some, but I think that was enough. So I don't know what it is about this, but even though like the first, it's still it changes, right? As it's exposed to air, it changes. And then, I don't know, about a minute in, it's freaking amazing. And it has a lot of the similar smells that Taiga has, you know, spruce, pine, fir, whatever. But the thing is, this smells more like a forest as opposed to just cut boughs, because there's other smells in there too. It's a little darker, it's a little deeper, even a little funkier. I don't know, but I really enjoy it. I think it's a good pairing. Now I do have the Boreal soap, and I'm going to, but I haven't used it too much. I am going to use it on another shave maybe this week. Okay, so anyway. The Gillette Super 109, date code 03. I liked it. I'm probably not, for a long time, I probably won't be able to go past adjustment 2. 3 was definitely too much for me right now. But having the flexibility to do 1 and 2 even is nice. God, I don't know where my brain is today. So I'm just going to end it there before I say something stupid, or even stupider. And just wish you guys a good afternoon. If you liked this, as silly as this video was, if you liked it, please hit the like button. Think about subscribing if you like how these videos are going. Yeah, have a good night, and then have a great week. Probably do a video tomorrow, unless my face just feels, or my neck feels not up to it. Anyway, thanks a lot. Bye.